Hi, this is Weldon Burge, founder and editor at Smart Rhino Publications. What I'd like to do for you today is discuss 4 different things to keep in mind when submitting stories to anthologies. Number 1, always write to the theme. Most anthologies today are theme-based. For example, our Zippered Flesh series is about body modifications gone bad, horror stories. Our Assassin series, obviously, they're about hitmen, assassins, that sort of thing. Predominantly suspense stories. When I was pulling together the first Zippered Flesh, I received a number of romance stories. Why a romance writer would send a story to something titled Zippered Flesh is beyond me. I have to assume that they were using a shotgun approach and just hope that if they send the story out enough times, it will land somewhere. Well, that's a waste of time for the editor and ultimately a waste of time for the writer. Target your work to the appropriate anthologies. Number 2, edit your work. I receive stories all the time that have misspellings and grammatical errors on the very first page, and I typically don't get past that first page. Send your work to a proofreader. Give it to a copy editor. Make sure it is polished. You have to keep in mind, I may have 100 to 200 stories on my desk to read for an anthology that has 20 to 25 slots. The competition is steep. Always keep that in mind. Number 3, which is related to that one, you will most likely have to work with the editor even if your story is accepted. You will have to be prepared to negotiate. The editor may have stylistic changes, changes in dialogue, that sort of thing. And he or she is more than willing to work with you to get those changes done. You have to keep in mind, you both want quality work. Number 4, the last thing is, don't be discouraged if your story is rejected. Very often, the story that you sent in is quality work, but just doesn't fit the anthology. For example, going back to Zippered Flesh again, if I have a story that has tattoos as the main theme, and I receive 3 or 4 more stories with tattoos as the theme, chances are I'm not going to publish all of them. I will pick the best of the 3 or 4. That doesn't mean the other stories are bad. It just means that those stories are not selected. So, if you get a story back, if the editor gives you advice, listen to the advice. Polish the story again and send it out. Eventually it will find a home if it is quality work. Hope that helps. Thank you.